Hi, Tony here. Following previous video explaining the pair analyzer and the EURUSD pair, which I explained the key levels that we have to look at. This is a good time to actually happen. So whenever you're trying to hover around or switch over tabs or pairs, and then the software is kind of like signals you to wait a little bit, please wait, because that's the time when the the software is fetching new data and updating all the tabs for you. So please do not um, overclick or send the signals more to the software, so it won't freeze um, over here. All right, so let's get back to the video. The purpose of the video. All right, so the matrix tab. What the matrix tab means. Um, the matrix is just a name actually. Well, it could be anything else, but the matrix is. I came up with that name because where in the old version where I came up with a bunch of formulas to return these numbers for us, which are not straightforward, to be honest. And then I had to use different formulas, so many to be honest, to come up with these numbers. All right, I'll explain what these numbers tells us. Um, I believe the tab is clear, where on the left side you have absolute volume change. The absolute volume change is the actual volume change for the selected pair in that specific day. On the other side, on the right side, where we have the cumulative volumes are how much volumes are accumulating since the market opening of the day. On top, you have a small statistical uh, values where you can see the average price move of the day, um, long was the maximum of long volumes of that day, and the minimum, and then the correlation as well. And then you have the short and the minimum and the maximum for short, and then correlations. So when you look at this one, what do you see? Negative 0.58. Please pay attention to every single numbers and formattings I put in this software. I did not put anything without a purpose. So these figures are telling me long is negative correlations, but short is, excuse me, short is 0.83, which is negative 58% and 83%. That tells me retail traders are going long. Well, if you look at the figures, or you say, okay, that's a positive and that's a negative. So when you look at this, you have to use the contradictions method to uh, always look at the figures against the retail trader's perspective. Okay, so in the middle you have um, the beautiful volume order book chart, which gives you a very clear understanding of the pair and some I would say uh, you can literally just use this for trading. You don't need anything else, but that's not what you're doing. You have to combine everything together and then decide either you go short or long in the market. So when you look at the table, the lowest, the last row at the bottom is the latest data. Same goes for the cumulative volume table as well, but on the chart it's vice versa. So the chart starts from the bottom to top. So the top is the latest data, and that's basically just because of vertical chart. So if you remember in the previous example where I explained that retail traders are increasing their long positions at the high of the day and then reducing their short positions, let's look at this. So that is actually the high of the day where retail traders I'm sorry, and that was still loading, just 1 second. That's fetching new data. Yep, okay, new data just fetched. So opening day, that's around 1 to 2 a.m. Retail traders were opening long and short together, and then they decided to close out, unless reducing their volume orders on their short side and opening longs, and then vice versa, opening shorts, reducing longs, and then switching to longs and shorts. So what are you looking at for here? The ideal numbers, or let's say numbers and four margins. Actually, the four margins are really good. That's why I put it here. The ideal one, if you want to go short, you need to look. You need to see positive numbers on the absolute volume change, long volume change, and you need to see negative numbers or percentage on the absolute short volume change. Same goes for the cumulative long volumes. You need to see positive numbers and then negative on cumulative short volumes. Or if you're using the blue theme, so I need to see blue on the long, red on short, same on the other side as well. So what these two different colors tells me, so if we scroll up to go back, so 1 to 9% is low, and then 11, the color change, that tells me how aggressive they are when they're increasing their long positions, and then same goes for the short volumes as well. That tells you the aggressiveness of the retail traders, right? So this was in Asia sessions, and then goes down to New York sessions. When you see both sides are closing out, I suggest do not trade, because that's where the market is ranging. If you like to trade range markets, this is a sign that he tells you the market is moving in a sideways directions. Okay, same on the cumulatives. You see that at this time they're closing both sides, so that tells me sideways markets, which I will not be interested, or it's not wise to trade. But if you are trading range markets, or this is sideways markets, that's where you can trade. And let's pull up the EURUSD for today. EURUSD simply moved up and down from the opening price. That was the opening price, moved all the way up 45, 50%, 50 pips, and moved all the way down 45, 50 pips. The market sometimes moves in the retail trader directions, and 95% of the times moving against their directions. How to spot those out? You have to combine everything together and pay attention to the volumes and the changes of the day. So if we're looking at as a USDCAD, let's see what they did today. When you load in, be patient with it. Just give it a few seconds, and then it will load. Okay. On USDCAD, okay, that's the starting volume. as a starting cumulatives. So starting of the day, Asia sessions till late New York sessions, retail traders were opening more short orders and closing their long orders, and then they went aggressive starting uh, New York sessions on the short side. So let's look at the absolute volume change and what it tells us. So no mixed um, volumes or order books, very clear every day, on the whole day, sorry, the whole day. It was very clear that they are betting or increasing on their short sides and closing their long sides. And when I see here increasing on their cumulative short volumes, I don't see any mixed or closing out on both sides. Again, here on the absolute volume change, the same thing. They are opening shorts, closing their longs, very clear. So that's a good sign that the price will go higher. So when you see this, jump back to the pair analyzer to look at the USDCAD volumes. I'll be looking at this. That's where I need to see the short volumes is jumping above uh, the zero level, and then again second time jumping above zero level. So I'm looking at one now and look how they increase their short volumes and closing out their long volume. So price reacted this way. Does it need explanations? I guess not. It's very clear, isn't it? How price is moving against their direction. So that's all about this tab. Pay attention to it, and if you have any questions, please drop in the comment section and let me know. I'll be happy to explain more. That's all for this video. See you in the next one.